Hey, welcome back to CES 2019, and thanks for watching CNET. I'm Jeff Bakalar. PC Gaming's got a big presence here at CES, and with us today is Kevin Wasielewski, the CEO of Origin PC, and you're going to show us a brand new, ridiculously thin gaming laptop. And thanks for being here, Kevin.
Well, thank you for having me again.
Again, it's a pleasure to have you here every year. You know, I've been playing games on PC for a very long time. And while this is a fantastic piece of hardware, it's also making me very upset because I remember, just like you remember, having to lug around laptops that were like gold bricks. They were just these massive piles, and now they're light and they're incredibly powerful. Tell us about the brand new Evo you have here.
I remember coming to this stage many years ago, and my backpack was heavier.
Yeah.
So this year was the easiest transit to the stage ever. Super light laptop. This is our new Evo 16S. It's a 16-inch screen and a 15-inch body.
Okay, very cool.
So it's less than 1 inch thick, 4.5 pounds, insane amount of power, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, it's crazy light, crazy powerful.
And I feel like people don't appreciate those specs, those weight specs right away, because, and I'm not even going back a long time. We're going back maybe even 4 years, 5 years, where the power brick required to give this thing juice needed its own case. I mean, these things used to be honking, gigantic constructions, and now, well, like, why now are we able to do this? Like,
so yeah, those days are over.
Yeah,
now it's all about
God.
thinner, lighter. The power brick is even thinner and lighter, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And it's the new technology, part of it. So we have the new 2080 Max-Q. It's the most powerful Max-Q graphics card you can get in a laptop.
So what's that kind of on par with for a desktop
So
card?
that's on par with like a 1080 desktop
I don't
GPU.
understand.
It's insane.
No one's appreciating how ridiculous that is. That's ridiculous.
Yes, in the palm of your hand,
Yeah.
you literally have that
wild.
much power. And you have a screen, you have a battery, you're gaming on the road. It's incredible.
So tell me a little bit more about, 16-inch laptops. That's not really like it usually goes 13, 15, 17 are like the usual sort of staples. How did you guys like come together on this sort of peculiar size? Yeah. It's like an in-betweener.
Yeah, our previous generation just 1 year ago was our Evo 15S. So that was a 15-inch laptop. Now we have this 16-inch screen and the same 15-inch frame. The way we did that is we shrunk the bezel. So now you have a thin bezel on all sides of the screen.
Very cool. What are we looking at in terms of display? And I guess let's turn this around and show. It's running like an NVIDIA demo right now. We could
we're
turn
running a little demo on here. We're showing off the red panel. And then let's show you the other side. Might want to see the other side here.
Yeah, because not only are you getting that kind of interesting looking 16-inch display, but tip it down a little bit, and we've got individual RGB keys. Can you like angle it up a little bit and show how that's going?
Oh yeah, let's show you the keyboard. Individual RGB keyboard. Every key is backlit individually. The touchpad is all glass. Windows Hello, fingerprint login. It's a beautiful machine, I might say.
And that stuff, like I said, 4 or 5 years ago, we just didn't have that now. And now, these gaming laptops are sort of on par with those other really thin, really powerful, slim, sort of laptops. And it's like this amazing sort of leap forward.
Yeah, it's basically in the past there were other thin laptops, but there were sacrifices made.
Right.
So this time you're not making any sacrifices. You have the fastest Max-Q graphics card. You have great battery life. You have a 144 hertz panel. So the machine has everything.
That's wild. So, just if you're confused about what that means, that's basically has to do with refresh rate and frame rate, what monitors are able to display. Tell me a little bit about, maybe I got a little too excited about how cool the printing process you guys can do now on the front of the laptop. You brought a demo. Explain what the technology is. Let's show off that top of the case, too.
Yeah, so we saw the red panel here. Standard colors are red and black. But if you also want to do HD UV printing, so that's a unique process that we have. And we can print anything on the front lid of the laptop. So the A panel, if you will.
Oh, you brought a picture of me. That's
I brought a picture of you, and back in the day. And this is an example of a Battlefield 5 screenshot. And but you can have a picture of yourself.
You can do whatever you want.
Of your family, of the CNET live stage, whatever you want to print on your laptop, we can do that. Or we can also do this printing process on our desktops.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so, obviously the Evo 16S isn't the only thing you guys have brought to CES. You guys always come with a lot of new surprises. What else in the line are you guys showing off?
Sure, so we have the Evo 16S here. We also have an Evo 17S.
Okay.
Same exact specs, 17-inch screen.
Excellent.
And then on the desktop side, we have a new GPU orientation where we're rotating the GPU. That goes along with our patented variable mounting, where we can mount our motherboard 4 different ways, the only chassis in the world that can do that. We also have 2 prototypes. Our prototype sit-stand desk, which is automatic, and a prototype cube, which is a all-glass desktop where every side of the desktop is glass panels.
Really? And what is that, like some sort of fortress of solitude? What is that?
It's sort of like a trophy case.
Okay.
It's like as if your PC was in a trophy case. That's what it's like.
What does that weigh?
I actually don't know what it weighs.
No one's ever lifted it.
Nobody's actually weighed that model. They're too busy just looking at it.
Right on. All right, well, this has been great. Kevin, thank you so much for showing off all the new stuff. Always a pleasure to have you here every year. Thanks so
thank
much,
you for having
man.
me.
Always a pleasure. All right.